Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
day, Henry.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
I'd been to see Sir Radzig.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zuls plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll re-choose it soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help! Please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Let them get well soaked, and then go and chop 'em up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
You promised Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom, and that means his subjects too.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real danger. Hagen's men just want a bit of fun.
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I, for one, am not going to sit back and let it happen, even if I have to creep in there myself and try to rescue them.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But let's go and tackle those fuckers if that's how you want it.
Good. Thanks.
Right. We better try and save those girls from Hagen's brutes. Let's go!
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist, Dangler.
And best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle. Fuck. Jesus, what the fuck?
It's a sign from God. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe.
Shit. I wanted to charge them with a terrifying roar. There'll be no more wine flowing here. Now it's your blood that will stain the ground.
They'll be shitting them.
one end.
Good work, lads.
So, where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
They took to their heels as soon as they saw the pair of you. Can't say I blame them.
The fucking ingratitude. Well, at least the booze didn't run away.
Aye, booze will never let you down.
Some tankards, and let's get to it. We've a long way to go to finish the job.
Let's throw a few dice, eh?
So I don't have to start making insults about your kin. You'll have a better fight with me than with Pedder. No whiskers to tickle your knuckles.
Hey, Henry. Fancy throwing some dice?
What kind of bread she make? I figured maybe she liked sweet bread, seeing as how she didn't eat meat. But who knows?
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickvald crest. Nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battle. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
I like the sound of that shield. I'll play you for that.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play.
massage my knuckles a bit with your face, eh? Come and have a bit of a punch up, Henry. A bruise or two.
Sit
will
down and
put
have a
some
drink with
colour
us,
in your
or it's all
cheeks.
gone.
There used to be this charlatan in college. Lived in a house on the road to Bradley. He claimed he could read people's minds. Then this other charlatan came to town and settled on the other side of the river. And he said he could read
We'll
minds
just
too.
have a
And I was
friendly
thinking,
bout. No blood,
if
I
them two
promise.
met up
Or
and
at
started
least not
reading
much.
each other's thoughts, then actually they'd be reading their own thoughts. Right? See, because the other fella would be thinking, he'd be...
Let me massage my knuckles a bit with your face, eh? Well then, reckon you can take me on? Come and have a bit of a punch up, Henry. A bruise or two will put some colour in your cheeks.
Come and talk to us, lad. So you'll have some tales to run to Radzig with.
Great. Only 3 people at the table. I hope no one expects me to tell the entertaining anecdote from my travels. Right, Damien. Take it easy. Just fix your eyes on your own tank. Like that time in Mahellness. Remember how you let on you didn't see that tavern wench? Lovely black hair she had, like a raven's wing. Don't see that often. Probably a gypsy. She even
Have a
talks
better
to
fight
you.
with me than with
You
Peter.
kept your mouth
No
shut,
whiskers
stared
sticking
at the
in your
table,
knuckles.
didn't say a word, quiet as the grave. What her name was.
I'll give you a chance to show what you're made of. Give you a chance to show what you're made of.
seeing as how she didn't eat meat. But who knows? I always liked black bread. But when I went to executions, I always took a roll with me, with cheese. Or bacon. Like that time when they executed that timber rafter who was murdering people all around there. Or maybe it was that Jew with a limp they hanged. No, the Jews in Colleen are well off. Too well off. They have no need to go around killing people. Except Jesus. Maybe they poisoned a well. But that one over by St. Bartholomew's, we used to sit there every day. I'd have noticed that. The water stank, anyway. The whole fucking Elbe stinks. Especially by the mill.
Well then, reckon you can take me on?
You want to have a scrap with me?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honourable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right. But let's make it a bit more interesting.
You're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, let's make it a lot more interesting.
Well, a wager like that will bring a bit of excitement into it, at least.
You're very sure of yourself, ain't you? Well, you're not the only one. So let's do it. Yeah!